Hi, hello, and welcome back to Barely Qualified Picks. We've got our standard college football picks video coming for you later this week, and we're going to do our first NFL picks video as well. But today we have a different type of video for you. Today I want to take you on a journey, namely a ChatGPT journey. You see, I needed to create a logo. As I stood this channel up and decided to lean into it as a means of creative expression, developing new skills, filling some time, and just having fun during this sabbatical that I'm on, one of the first things that came up was the need for a logo. Substack, Spotify, YouTube, you need a logo. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm exactly the first person that you would turn to when you need a logo created. And I wasn't really sure where to start with Barely Qualified Picks. I thought, okay, it's me giving barely qualified picks, so maybe the logo should be me with the words barely qualified picks. And maybe I put my name out there, Fun DMC. That's kind of the playful persona that I'd like to use for this. So we're going to go Fun DMC. We're going to go barely qualified picks. We're going to go me in cartoon form. So we start with this source image. Myself and my daughter, we're in Europe this summer. We're headed to Silverstone. We're going to have a great time. I said, take the photo of me on the left and create 3 different versions of a Substack themed cover image where I'm stylized like a cartoon with 2 thumbs up and a big shit-eating grin on my face. I guess I could have said, make me a caricature. That's really what I was looking for. But shit-eating grin seemed to work. So prompt number 1, I'm thinking ChatGPT. And for the sake of this video, I'm not going to call ChatGPT the whole time. I'm going to call ChatGPT what I call ChatGPT when I'm happy with him. Archibald, which is the name of my dear friend's family butler, lovely gentleman, and also the name of my ChatGPT. So I expect that Archibald is going to go take this photo of me. He's going to go check out Substack, understand what those cover image requirements are. And then he's going to come back with a good first step. Hey, all right, it's something, right? I think I would probably describe the vibe as smile or we shoot. So we'll call this a first step, and prompt number 1, output number 1, we'll call this progress. We're going to track along the way for all of the prompts and outputs that we get. How many of them represent progress? I would say prompt number 1, output number 1, that's progress, definitely progress. So, okay, I say back to Archibald. Archibald, now add a football, a basketball, and golf ball to his hat, and then add barely qualified picks stacked on the front of the shirt in white to match the hat. We get our second output, and hey, that's not bad. Okay, I mean, the crow's feet, I get it. If you go back and look at the source image, I've got crow's feet. Archibald noticed that. He brought those back. Not exactly my favorite editorial choice so far, Archibald. But honestly, I don't love the balls. I don't love the hat. It just doesn't really do it for me. So Archibald, prompt number 3. Take off the football, the basketball, and the golf ball, and instead add Fun DMC in black to the hat. And then change the expression from 2 thumbs up to the Buddy Christ pose from Dogma, and change the facial expression back to the way it looked in the last version. And we get progress. I would call this qualified progress. We've got the Buddy Christ pose. We've got the hat is written properly. The face is okay. We've still got those crow's feet. I was trying to get rid of the crow's feet. Didn't work. And then all of a sudden, we've got a big editorial decision here. Archibald has decided to put un-DMC Productions. Maybe there's an F behind the fist. It's hard to tell. But, okay, this isn't exactly it. It's not exactly it. So Archibald, prompt number 4. Shift the pose so it's more pointed at the camera and the t-shirt is fully visible, and then change the text on the t-shirt back to barely qualified picks. And we get, all right, we're going to move further into qualified progress here. The face isn't super far off here, and we do have the correct text on the shirt, but Archibald made another unnecessary decision by editorializing the hat and going from, one straight line Fun DMC to having it stacked. And I don't know if Archibald was out there looking up Run DMC, getting confused by our name. I don't know why you would get confused by that. We're totally different folks. But if he was, their logo is stacked. Ours is not stacked. See, look how different we are. Anyways, Archibald, please, Fun DMC, specific casing, all one phrase, not stacked on the hat. Okay, with our fifth prompt, I'm still going to call this qualified progress. The hat gets back to a better place. If you do notice, though, we've gone from a gray backing on the hat to a lighter blue. So Archibald is playing with the color palette a little bit. Not sure that was necessary, but it's also not terrible. I'm not going to freak out about that. Now, you do also notice that the hand gestures have changed. We're now into a double pointy thing. So, hey, Archibald. Prompt number 6. This is getting closer. Now, let's go ahead and change the hand gestures back to a thumbs up. Don't change anything else. Notice this is the first time I'm going to say that. It's not the last time. Don't change anything else. It turns out it's sort of like writing your name on leftovers and saying don't eat and putting it in the fridge when you're a kid. You're never seeing those leftovers again. There's just no way. At least you didn't in my house growing up. So, Archibald, just the thumbs up. Don't change anything else. All right, actually, pretty good. I'm liking this. Now, it's not perfect, but now that we've got the character to a good place, let's make some easy changes. Let's just look at some alternatives for background color because it feels really yellow. Really yellow. So for our 6th prompt, Archibald, give me this image against a light blue, a light green, a light purple, and a light red background. I just want to see those 4 alts. Maybe one of them's really going to jump out. Okay, what do we get back? Okay, light blue. And that's it. Now, I got to say, I do like this against the light blue. This is getting really close. So now, Archibald, again, 7th prompt. Can you please give me this in a light purple background? Now, I didn't say here, don't make any other changes. But I certainly didn't ask here for any other changes. Just a light background, almost lavender. And we get, wait. Oh my God. Archibald, what is this? I have questions. Why did you change the angle? Archibald, why did you change the pose? Why do I look like I'm on multiple 5-hour energies all at once? The people need to know. Archibald, this is not the direction that we were going. Okay, this is so not it. Please, with our 9th prompt, go back to the last version. Replace that version with a light green background and update it to fit a 3:1 aspect ratio. I guess I could have said for the Substack cover image, but again, I already thought Archibald went and did the legwork to know what we need for that cover image. Nope, not it. Not it, Archibald. No. Okay, 10th prompt. We need 3:1 width versus height, Archibald. Try that Buddy Christ pose on the left and move barely qualified pics from the t-shirt to the right. Come up with a better font for it too. I don't love the font. It feels too plain. Well, okay, back to qualified progress here. Not exactly what we looked for. The face seems pretty good. I like that the text has moved to the right. But I did say move it, Arch. I didn't say copy it. You copied it. We don't need it twice. So if you didn't pick up on that yourself, if you could please now with our 10th prompt, remove the text off the t-shirt entirely, and then change that text on the right from black to white. We're going to say it a second time. Don't change anything else. And total loss on this round, if we're being honest. The text is still on the shirt. The t-shirt looks shapeless. And what is that rat tail sneaking over my left shoulder, Archibald? I don't know what that is. And I got to be honest, I didn't even notice it in the moment, but now that I see it, I can't unsee it. It's like burned into my memory, and Dennis don't love it. Okay, so Archibald, we've now done 11 prompts. We're not quite there yet. I thought that we would be there in the first 10. Okay, we're now on prompt 11. Let's make this an easy one. You still need to remove barely qualified pics from the t-shirt. It should be a plain black t-shirt. And I get in the gym. Give the character a more toned chest and torso, please. I didn't say please because that's a waste of energy because ChatGPT doesn't have feelings. All right, Archibald, we are making progress. Now we are cooking. All right, 11 prompts in, we are cooking. All right, the character looks good. We get our bench days in, clearly. We're doing well here, but I've just tried to upload this to Substack and it doesn't meet the size requirements. So with our 12th prompt, shrink down the character and the text to the right to fit into the middle third of the frame. Just, when you think about the three thirds, the top third, the middle third, the bottom third, fit them in there. Maybe I should have said that because, boy, that is not what we wanted, Archibald. You shrunk it down a little bit. Like, there's no doubt barely qualified pics is smaller, but it does not fit in the middle third of the frame. And why do I look like Jesus now? It's like you went back to the movie Dogma and you found the Buddy Christ and said, I'm just waiting for the perfect moment. And now is the moment. We're going to change the character to Buddy Christ and everything is going to be great. Archibald, this is not what we're looking for. This is not it. All we need to do with our 14th prompt is go back to the last version with the previous character and please scale it all down so that it fits within the middle third horizontal slice of the frame with the background surrounding the character and text. Don't give me like a gray box, just full green background, character and text in the middle third. And no. Okay, that didn't work. Instead of sliding further down this slope, let's try a reset. So we're going to re-upload the output of prompt 12. That was so close. Archibald, you were so close. We're going to be more quantifiable here and say, Archibald, please shrink the image down 20% and use the character in this image, not the one in the image you just used. And boom. Okay, Archibald, we're doing well. You've swapped out the character. We're back on track with our 16th prompt. Now, can you please make the torso a little more slender and athletic looking? It still doesn't fit in the Substack cover image requirement, so please shrink it all down by 20%. And the face, the hands, the build, it's all totally different. Why? Archibald, why? We're 16 prompts in, and the eye is not feeling as intelligent in AI as I had hoped. But we're 16 prompts in. We can't be far away. Is this logo even good? I'm not sure, but we're 16 prompts in and starting over feels scary. Okay, so with our 17th prompt, let's try this again. All right. Archibald, with our 17th prompt. Give him a more defined chest again, shrink both the character and the text by 50%, center it in the middle of the frame. And yes and no. I mean, you finally got the scaling right. That will fit, but it doesn't look like me. I don't even know who that is. It's not me. It's not Buddy Christ from Dogma. Going with our 18th prompt. With our 18th prompt, we're going to re-upload the output of prompt 7 with that light blue background. We're going all the way back. This one. And we're going to ask Archibald, the only change, Archibald, we want you to make is to swap out the current face for the face in this prior version. Don't make any other changes whatsoever. This is the third time that we've asked Archibald that. And Archibald, nearly serviceable, but you've added barely qualified picks back to the shirt. You've removed all the tonality of the build. I mean, looks like my character just stopped going to the gym months ago. Come on, like give the man a little bit of respect. Barely qualified picks is a little too close to the hand. Like there's just a lot of editorial decisions here that I don't love. But let's start simple because giving Archibald really complex instructions is not working in this workflow. So Archibald, please shrink the character down by 50% and remove the text from the t-shirt and then add a more muscular chest and torso. 3 things, 3 very basic things. Archibald, a 6-year-old could follow these instructions if they had like artist savant type skills and could do the work. Surely you can. You could do the work. Surely you can follow the instruction, right? Survey says no. No. Archibald, I just don't understand. We've lost the words entirely here. We're 20 prompts in. This is our 20th prompt. You changed the font type on the hat. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I certainly didn't ask for it. If I'm being honest, Archibald, you know history. So I think you know the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton. I used to think that you were like the first Michael Keaton clone. And after a bit, you were starting to seem like the second Michael Keaton clone. Now you kind of seem like the 5th Michael Keaton clone. Come on, man. We just got to get there. Okay, we took a break. Our 20th prompt, or 20 prompts in, needed a break there. Archibald, keep the character as is. Character looks great. Thrilled. Please add in barely qualified picks to the right. Add it in white, all caps. Easy peasy. And, success. Okay, now, all we need to do with our 21st prompt is scale it down by 40%. Shrink it all down by 40%. Don't change anything. Just shrink it down by 40%. And I hate you, Archibald. I mean, I don't hate you, but right now, hey, this is barely qualified picks. I kind of sports hate you. Maybe I really hate you. I don't really hate you, but come on, man. Barely qualified picks, you get that right. Change the shirt, you change the face, you change the font type. This is not what I asked for. Okay, with our 22nd prompt, revert back to the last image, then simply reduce the size of the character and text by 40%. Make no changes whatsoever. And okay, Archibald, you needed a break. I needed a break. These last 5 did not go well. Let's be honest with ourselves. We should be done by now. Hopefully we're close. Let's try and start over a little bit. Let's re-upload that image from prompt 12. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it was so close. A couple small changes that you've already made 10 times over in other rounds, and let's get this thing across the finish line and be done with this project. Okay, Archibald, take the image, shrink it down by 40%, take the text off of the t-shirt, move it to the right of the character, fit it all in the middle of the frame. And not it. It's not the same face. Archibald, please, with our 28th prompt, will you look at that image again and try and get closer, especially in the eyes, the eyebrows, and the beard? Come on, come on. Just look at that image and give me the exact same face. And okay. Okay, that works. That works. Now, with our 29th prompt, let's just scale it down. That's all we have to do, Archibald, is scale it down. Let's get it down 40% so it fits in the middle horizontal third of the frame. Really? Why do my eyes look like that, Archibald? Why do I look high? I mean, earlier it looked like I had way too much caffeine from 5-hour energies. Now it looks like, well, kids could be watching. But come on, man. That's not how I look. And that's not what the image should look like. You changed the face again. So with the 31st prompt, please go back to the last image you created and let's use that one and keep it shrunk down. No. No. Okay. 30-second prompt. 30-second prompt. Let's re-upload the output of prompt number 29. We were so close there. And let's just restate the ask to shrink it down by 40%. Archibald, this isn't hard. Just take it all and shrink it down by 40%. You've done this, not consistently, not super effectively, but you have actually achieved this ask on multiple occasions in our now 30-some rounds of feedback. So please shrink it down. No, Archibald, no. No. All I needed you to do was shrink it down. I expected no revisions except the shrinkage. I specifically said that, and yet the eyes are still beady. Let's try this one more time with our 33rd prompt. Please, let's take the right character. Let's get it in the middle of the frame so that Substack will accept this for my cover image. And yes! Yes! The only problem, and is this a problem? Archibald, is this going to be a problem? The only problem is the background is 2 shades of green. Archibald, please, with our 34th prompt, please make the backgrounds 1 shade of green. Yes, Archibald, you legend. You did it. And that, my friends, was our ChatGPT journey in designing a logo for Barely Qualified Picks. It was longer than I thought it would be. It was more challenging than I thought it would be. But we also got to a finished product that was far better than anything I could have possibly created on my own. And I will say that Archibald's most impactful part of this was in helping me get from concept to something that I really liked. The last 20% of the way, the polish and the fine tuning, that seems to be where Archibald struggled the most. And I would say that my experience with AI has been, it is most powerful as an augmentation tool that gets you the first 30, 40, 50% of the way. And where human impact and intuition and creativity really comes into play, it's that last 30%, that last 20%, and really especially that last 5 to 10% of what makes something unique and polished and high quality. And certainly we saw that in this journey trying to get to a logo. And I will say, I played with different tools over the course of the past several weeks. I did another logo creation process with another logo that I was creating and used multiple tools for that. And while ChatGPT wasn't perfect in creating a logo, I compare that to tools like Nano Banana where you have to acquire credits and then use those credits every single time you want to generate a new image. And I've got to be honest, Nano Banana had as many outputs that were editorialized and incorrect as ChatGPT did, only it felt a lot worse to be consuming credits, sort of like going back to the mid 90s and being in a video arcade, and your favorite video game is only giving you credits for every other quarter that you put into the machine. Like, that just sucks, and there's nobody around to give you your quarters back. It's just a total loss. So I think that overall it's a great augmentation tool. But coming back to the core point, if you're worried that AI is coming for you, if you're worried that AI is coming for your job, if you worry that AI is super intelligent, I would say right now, AI follows instructions somewhat worse than your average 6-year-old. It may be able to write a better draft business plan, but even those are rife with shortcomings that you're going to have to apply your human effort to as well. But certainly AI can be a helpful tool. It can be a fun tool to play with, but it is not taking your job, and it is not replacing human intuition and human creativity anytime soon. Hope you guys have all had a great time. Looking forward to getting you guys those picks videos out at the end of this week. Have a great week, and talk to you all soon.